Hi students, my name is Anant Gadgil and today we are going to study linear equations in one variable, okay, class 8 CBSE. So before we start with the examples from the chapter, first of all, uh, does anyone of you know what is meant by linear equation? There are two terms here, no, linear equation. So first I will introduce you to few important terms. We'll try to understand what are the things that are there in the chapter and then we will solve the chapter, okay. So what is meant by first of all linear equation, right? So there are two terms, linear and equation. So if I am writing an algebraic expression, see x plus y plus 10, this is an algebraic expression. X square minus y minus 8 by 3, algebraic expression. 3x plus 5y minus 6, algebraic expression. xyz, algebraic expression. So in the first one, what is the power of the variable? It's 1 here, it's 1 here. If there is no power, that means the power is 1, okay. In the second variable, second algebraic expression, what is the power? It's 2 here and 1 here. So what is the highest power in the second expression? 2. So we call that the degree of that expression is 2. Okay. Similarly, for example, if it is like this. Now in the third one, if the power of x is 3 and y is 5, that means the highest power is 5. So we say that the degree of this algebraic expression is 5. Similarly, if now see this x, y, z, they are not different. Okay, please understand this thing. Here the x, y, z, they are three different terms. Okay, and what is the power of the variable in each? It is 1. So highest power is same. So the degree is 1. Okay. Now this is a linear, you can say the if the degree is 1, you call it as a linear polynomial. Okay, so this is linear, but it is not in one variable. There are three variables here, x, y and z, but the degree is 1, so we'll call it as a linear polynomial. It is not an equation. Okay, I have not told you what is an equation till now. Now in this x, y, z, what is the difference? What is the degree of this x, y, z then? What is the power of x here? 1, 1, 1. And what is there between x, y and z? Multiplication. So for finding the degree, we add the powers. So actually the degree here is 3. So it is not a linear polynomial. Okay students? So now first of all, what is meant by a linear polynomial? Linear polynomial means, okay, linear polynomial, see this is a linear polynomial, the degree is 1, it's linear polynomial, but this is not in one variable, okay. So if I write it like this now, 5x minus 6, it is a linear polynomial, 3x minus 7, it is a linear polynomial, x minus 10x by 2 plus 7, it is a linear polynomial, although it is not simplified form, it is a linear polynomial, okay. Now is there any other type of polynomial also? If the degree is 1, I had told you that it is a linear polynomial. Now if the degree is 2, it is called as a quadratic polynomial. Okay, here you can see that the highest power is 2, so it is a quadratic polynomial. If the degree is 3, x cube plus 6x square minus 8, if the degree is 3, it is called as a cubic polynomial. Okay, so now, and there is one more confusion some students might have. What is a polynomial? No? So polynomial is nothing but algebraic expression. If I write an algebraic expression like this is a polynomial. Which algebraic expression is a polynomial? Where the power of the variable is a whole number. That is very important thing. Okay, power of the variable is a whole number and variable should be in the numerator. So for example, if it is like this, then this is not a polynomial. Here the variable is in the denominator. So first of all, I will have to take it in the numerator. The sign of the power will change. Now see 3 upon x square is nothing but 3 into x raised to minus 2. Now this is not a polynomial because the power is not a whole number. Okay, if for example it is 6x raised to 1 by 2 plus 7x raised to 5, this is again not a polynomial because the power is not a whole number. Okay, last question. If it is like this, root 5x square plus 8x, this is a polynomial, no problem. What is the power of the variable? It is 1 here, 2 here, no doubt, no tension. But if it is like this, then I have to first, this is called as a radical form, students. Okay, I have to convert that into exponential form. So it will become 3x raised to power 1 by 2. Now, how did it become 1 by 2? I will tell that to you. Now, for example, if you have a root like this, okay, this is a radical form. Now to convert it into exponential form without changing the value, what you do is you write power in the numerator and this is called as root. You write it in the denominator. The value remains the same. So if I want to convert this into exponential form, what is the power here? It was no power, that means 1, and we call it as a square root. So the root is 2. So that's why we can write it as x raised to 1 by 2, and 1 by 2 is not a whole number, so it is not a polynomial. So I hope it's clear now what is a linear polynomial. Now what is meant by equation? Equation is very easy to understand. If I am writing like this, these two sides and there is equal to sign in between them, then it is called as an equation. This is a linear equation because the degree is 1, but it is in two variables, x and y. Okay, but now if I write it like this, then this is a linear equation in one variable. Simple. So what is linear equation? Linear means the degree must be 1. Okay, and linear equation in one variable means there should not be two variables in the question. Now how to solve these kind of examples now. Okay, so we'll start with the first exercise, but before starting with the first exercise, I will just tell you few things, few examples, extra examples, and then we'll start with the first exercise. We'll be able to answer all the questions then very easily. Okay, so first I will start with very simplest of examples. Okay, this is the first example. There are two methods actually. Okay, one is trial and error method, and then the other is transposition method also. And there is one more method where what you do, I will take one by one. Okay, trial and error method. First of all, what is meant by a solution? If I want to find what is solution of this equation, no, solution means that value of the variable, if I put it here, then the left hand side of the equation and the right hand side of the equation, the value will become same. That is nothing but the value of the variable solution of the equation. So if, as you can just see, if I put x equal to 5, then my left hand side will become 5 plus 5, that will be 10, and already my right hand side is already 10. So therefore left hand side will become equal to right hand side. Therefore the value which I put is a solution of equation. This is a trial and error method. Okay, as this was very easy question, so in the first place only we could put the correct value, right? But sometimes we may have to put different values first. We may have to check with 2 3 and then we may get the correct value. Okay, so this is nothing but trial and error method, but we are not going to do this method at all. Okay, and so now what is the next one? This is the method which is very common. We are going to use this method only. So now to find the value of x, what you do, you just take whatever the constant is with it to the other side. That means you separate the variables on one side of the equal to and constants on the other side of the equal to. That's it. And one very important thing to remember is that whenever you shift any constant from left to right, okay, or right to left, that means from one side of the equal to the other side of the equal to, okay, just like here, if it is positive, if it is adding here, no, it will become subtraction there. See here, it will become plus 5 will become minus 5. Second question, next question, I will solve this again. Okay, x minus 6 is equal to 7. If it is minus 6 and if I take it to the other side, it will become plus 6. So now I think this is clear. Plus 5 becomes minus 5, minus 6 becomes plus 6. Okay, and all other numbers remain as they are. We don't change their sign because we are not taking them to other side of the equal to, right? So they remain as they are. Their signs will be same. Now what is 10 minus 5? It is 5. So this is the answer. See, it's very simple question. Similarly here minus 6 goes to the other side. It becomes plus. Don't change the sign of this 7. Okay, it will remain as it is and this becomes 30. Now next question. 6 minus x equal to 5. Now this type of question many students make mistake in this. So you have to find the value of x. So what is the procedure? Keep x on the one side of the equal to and constants on the other side of the equal to. Okay. So either you can keep x on the left hand side as we put it on the in the first two questions, or you can take it on the right hand side also. It's no problem. Keep it on one side of equal to and the constants on the other side. Okay, simple. So now if I keep x as it is here, this is the mistake which the students make. They don't give this minus sign here because we are not taking that minus x to the other side. No, so why will its sign change? So you have to keep that minus as it is. Now one more mistake. 99% students will write it like this, 6 minus 5, because 5 is smaller, 6 is greater. So we write it like 6 minus 5. But why will we change the sign of this 5? It was already on the right hand side of the equal to, correct? It was already on the right hand side. It is still on the right hand side of the equal to. Then why are we changing the sign of that 5? So it's totally injustice to that 5, right? So then we have to change the sign of 6. 6 is going to the other side. This 5 will remain as it is. Whatever the sign it had, it will remain as it is. Plus 6 will become minus 6. So it becomes minus x is equal to, what will it become? It will become minus 1. Okay, see, this is also one of the point where the students make mistake. Simple, always remember that if two numbers have different sign, then you can just write it down also. Okay. If two numbers have different sign, then we subtract them and give the sign of bigger number to the answer. Simple. Okay. If two numbers have different sign, then subtract, of course, subtract the smaller from the bigger and give the sign of bigger number to the answer. That's it. Now if both are negative, no? Minus x equal to minus 1. We want the sign of x. We want the value of x, not the minus x. So minus minus gets cancelled. X is equal to 1. Now how did it get cancelled? You can see, no, if I multiply both sides by minus 1, my value will remain the same because if I multiply by 1, value does not change, right? But if I am multiplying by minus, the sign will change. So if it is minus on both sides, just leave that minus. What to do if it is minus x on one side and 5 on the other side? In that case, what to do? Just give that sign here and write x is equal to minus 5. Okay. So now this was the one method by which we could have solved this question. But there is also one more method. How can we do this? The question was 6 minus x equal to 5. So what we can do? We can take this x to the other side, no? As it was minus, we will make it plus. So it will become plus 5 plus x, 6 will remain as it is. And then we will take 5 on the other side, it was also plus, so it will become minus. And then we will get the answer as x is equal to 1. See, the answer is going to be the same, it's not going to be different. So you can solve it both ways. Okay, now we move on to the next question. If it is x upon 2 is equal to 7, now how to solve it? If it is divide, then take it on to the procedure is the same. Okay, funda is same. You take the variables on one side and the constants on the other side. That is it. So if you take this 2 to the other side, look, just remember the last question. Okay, if it was like this, when we took this 6 to the other side, as it was adding here, so we subtracted it on the other side. Plus became minus. And we got the answer 4. Similarly, now here 2 is dividing. So I think you will be able to tell me what should it do when it goes to the other side? It will of course multiply. It is not going to, sign is not going to change here, okay? So it is going to be 7 times of 2, that is 14. Simple. Now if it is 6x by 3, I want to find the value of x. Again, the funda is same, keep the variables on one side, constants on other side. So when I take this 6 here, this is how 99% students are going to write, because we divide bigger number by the smaller number, right? But it is not like that, correct? 6, see here in this question, the 2 was dividing x, so when it went to the other side, it became multiplied. Plus 6 was here, it went to other side, it became minus. Not this 10, right? It was there only. So its sign was not changed. Similarly, here also students, if who is multiplying x here? 6 is multiplying x here. So when it goes to the other side, it will become divide. Okay, so 6 has to go at the denominator. Now it will be 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. Don't forget to write the answer in the simplest form, otherwise our marks will be cut, right? Okay, so then we'll solve one or two more questions and then we'll go to the exercise. Okay, so I hope you are getting the examples. So 2x by 5 is equal to 8. Now there is multiplication also with x and there is division also. So I will do it step by step. So first I am going to take this 5 to the other side, divide will become multiply, so it becomes 8 5s are 40. Now in the next step what I am going to do, I am going to take this 2 to the other side, multiply by 2 will become divide, and our answer will be x equal to 20. So I hope you have understood the questions clearly. Now I think we can go to the questions of the exercise. Okay, and I will tell you each and every question with detailed explanation. Okay, so let's continue with the examples of the textbook now. Okay, so students, now we are starting exercise 2.1. Very easy questions. I am 100% sure you will definitely understand all the examples. Okay, so please pay full attention. X minus 2 is equal to 7 is the first question. Funda is same. Keep the variables on one side, constant on the other side. So this minus 2 goes to the other side. Always remember, don't change the sign of any other term other than that minus 2, because it will be injustice to all others, right? So this 7 will remain as it is. I will write that first, and as it was earlier there, right? So minus 2 will become plus 2, and then this is our answer, x is equal to 9. So very simple question. Similarly, y plus 3 is equal to 10. This plus 3 I am going to take it to the other side, it is going to become minus. 10 will remain as it is, y will remain as it is, their sign is not going to change, and then we will get the answer, y is equal to 7. Now we move on to the third question. 6 is equal to z plus 2. Now I can take this 2 to the other side. 6 will become will remain as it is, plus 2 will become minus 2. Z will remain as it is. So it will be z is equal to 4. It's no problem if the variable is on the left hand side or the right hand side. No issues. In the first two questions, variable was on the left hand side. And in the third question, it is on the right hand side. It does not make any difference, right? See, m is equal to 5. If I write it like this or I write it like this, does it make any difference in the value? Correct? So you just have to remember, keep the variables on one side and the constants on the other side. That is the only thing which you need to understand. Otherwise, it does not make any difference. So now we move on to the fourth question. Before going to fourth, I will do the fifth one. Okay, it's much easier. 6x equal to 12. Now between 6 and x there is a multiplication. So multiply by 6 will become divide here, and I am dividing 12 and 6 both by 6. So it will become 2 by 1. That is 2. Again, I am first solving the sixth one now. T upon 5 equal to 10. So when I take that 5 to the other side, this divided by 5 will become multiplied by 5, and the answer will be 50. Always remember, multiplication becomes division, division becomes multiplication, sign does not change. We are making the opposite thing, right? For example, in the second question, again, y plus 3 was 10, we were adding 3 here. So when we took it to the other side, we subtracted. That's why the sign changed. Okay. So we are doing reverse. If it was, as for example, in the first question, it was x minus 2. So when we took that 2 to the other side, we added it. So we are just doing the opposite. Minus is becoming plus, plus is becoming minus. Similarly, multiply will become divide, divide will become multiply. Okay. So now we move on to the next question, students. So we'll be doing, now let's do question number 4. We have done already question 5 and 6 also now. Question 4, very easy question. 3 by 7 plus x equal to 17 by 7. Some students know whenever there is numerator denominator, there is some tension for them, right? So I will explain few very easy things which you might be knowing already. Okay, so but I will explain. If see, if the denominator is same, no, 5 by 3 plus 1 by 3, then what you do? You just do what you have to do in the numerator, 5 plus 1. So 5 plus 1, write the denominator once only. So it becomes 6 by 3. If you can simplify, do it. If the denominator is different, then there are two methods by which you can solve this. Either you can do the cross multiplication. Okay. 2 times of 5, 2 5s are 10 plus, because there was positive sign. Then you multiply this. 3 times of 4, 12. And then you multiply the denominators in the denominator. 3 5s are 15. Very important thing to remember while cross multiplying is you have to multiply this 2 and 5 first always. Okay. When the question is of plus, it does not make any difference whether you write it 10 plus 12 or 12 or 12 plus 10. But if it was a question like this, no, then it will make a lot of difference. If you write it like this, 3 4s are 12, then you write it like this, 7 5s are 35, and in the denominator 7 3s are 21, then your answer is going to be wrong because your answer will be negative here, right? So your answer will be negative. It will be minus 23 by 21, which is wrong. But if you had done it like this, first you have to multiply 5 and 7, then it will be 35 minus 3 4s are 12, then 21, then your answer would have been 23 by 21. So this is very important thing to remember, that first you have to multiply like this, okay, 2 into 5 first. So there is one LCM method also, in which what you do, you make the denominator same, okay, by taking their LCM. I will explain that after some time. So here what I am going to do, I am going to take that 3 by 7 to the other side. I will keep that x as it is, 17 by 7 plus 3 by 7 will become minus 3 by 7, right? Now the denominator is same. So I don't have to do anything here. I will keep the denominator only once and I will just do what I have to do in the numerator. I am doing it step by step. 17 minus 3 upon 7. So it becomes 14 upon 7. And when I divide, I get the answer x equal to 2. Very easy question, right? Now we move on to question number 7. We have already solved question 4, 5, 6. 7. Very easy again. First of all, what I am going to do, I am going to take this divided by 2, divided by 3 to the other side, it will become multiply. So either you can multiply also, write 54, 18 threes are, or you can keep it as it is, and in the next step you take this 2, it is multiplying with x, so it will become divide. You can do it like this also. Then you can simplify. 2 ones are 2, 2 nines are 18. I have divided 2 and 18 by 2 and it becomes now 9 threes are 27. Okay. So I hope you are getting very easily all the questions. Now we move on to the question number 8. Question 8 is 1.6 is equal to y upon 1.5. What is different here? It's just like question 6. Only difference is the variable is different. In numbers there are decimal points. That's it. So what we did in question 6, we took this 5 to the other side, divided by 5 became multiply. Similarly here 1.5 will go to the other side and divided by 1.5 will become multiply there. Now I am going to show how to multiply. So 5 6 are 30, 0, 3 is carry here, 5 ones are 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. I am giving 1 0 here. Now I am starting to multiply by 1, 1 6 are 6, 1 ones are 1. And this is our answer. Now how many digits are there after the decimal point? 1 in the first number, 1 in the second number. So in all 2. So leave the 2 digits from the right hand side and give the decimal point. So 2.40 is nothing but 2.4. You can write it as 2.4 also. So y is equal to, the answer is 2.4 or 2.40 you want to write, you can write that also. It's the same thing. So now we move on to question number 9. So what is question 9 here? Question number 9 is 7x minus 9 is equal to 16. Now some of the students, what I have seen them doing is, they do it like this, no? The next step is 7x minus 9 equal to 16 is the question. So in the next step, do it like this, minus 2x equal to 16. These are unlike terms, right? There is no x here. So you cannot add or subtract 7x and 9. So then what to do? These are the like terms, they are the constants. Take the constants on the one side. So 16 as it is will remain. Minus 9 is becoming plus 9 there. 7x is as it is. So it is 7x is equal to 16 plus 9, 25. Now there is multiplication between 7 and x. And when that 7 goes to the other side, it will become divide. That's it, students. I hope you have understood all the first 9 questions here in the exercise 2.1. Okay, we are going to continue to solve the next questions. So students, we continue with the last 3 examples of the first exercise. Okay, so question number 10 we are doing now. How to solve this? Again, the funda is same. Take the variables on the one side, keep the variables on the one side and the constants on the other side. So what was the question? 14y minus 8 equal to 13. So I am going to take this 8 on the other side. 14y will remain as it is, 13 as it is. Minus 8 becomes plus 8 when it goes to the other side. So it will be 21. 14 and y. There is multiplication between 14 and y. So 14 will become divide when it goes to the other side. Now I can divide 21 and 14 both by 7 and it will be 7 3s are 21, 7 2s are 14. So this is our final answer, students. Don't forget to make it the simplest form. Okay. Now similar question is the next one. Not much difference. 17 plus 6p is equal to 9. Now again very common mistake. Students will write it like this. Okay, because no, we always subtract the smaller from the bigger, so we write it like that also. So, but always remember the term which you are taking to the other side, sign has to change for that term only. Positive will become negative. Addition will become subtraction, subtraction will become addition. So it was 9 will be as it is, whatever the sign was. It was plus, nothing was there, that means plus, it will remain plus. Plus 17 is going to be here minus 17. Now as the signs are different, I subtract. If the two signs are different, then subtract and give sign of bigger number to the answer. So it will be minus 8. Now between 6 and p again there is a multiplication. So multiply will become divide. Now again you can divide both by the same number and plus minus is again minus. So answer will be minus. I am dividing both by 2. 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6. So this is our final answer, students, for question number 11. So now we move on to solving our last question of this exercise and our first exercise will be complete then. So first exercise, last question, x by 3 plus 1 is equal to 7 by 15. Now you see that the denominators here are not same. Correct? It's 3 here and 15 here. So what you do, first of all, take the like terms on one side. So I am taking this plus 1 to the other side. So x by 3 will remain as it is. 7 by 15, I am taking this 1 to the other side. It will become minus. Now I am going to do the cross multiplication. 7 ones are 7. First I multiply it like this. Okay. Always remember 7 times 1. Then the sign which is there in the middle. Then multiply it like this. 15 ones are 15. And in the denominator again 15 ones are 15. Now one more common mistake what students do, 15 15 is cancelled and what remains is 1 or maybe 7 minus 1 6. Okay, you cannot do it like this. If there is subtraction or addition, no, between the two terms, we cannot simplify. For example, if it is like this, you cannot simplify 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, or even with 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, you cannot do it like that because there is a positive sign, addition is there, there are two different terms. If it was like this multiplication, then it is a one term, then you can divide either with 4 or with 8 also, no problem. Okay, so remember this, you cannot do it like that. So now I will again explain this. So first step was, we took 7 by 15 as it is, plus 1 became minus 1. Now as the denominators are different, we are cross multiplying, 7 ones are 7 minus, because there was negative sign between, 15 ones are 15, and in the denominator again 15 ones are 15. So now as the signs are different, it was plus 7 minus 15, we subtract and give sign of bigger number to the answer. So it is x by 3 equal to minus 8 by 15. Now divide by 3 will become multiply here, right? So it is minus 8 by 15 and divide became multiply. Now how to solve this further? Because there is a multiplication in between, so you can simplify. 3 ones are 3, 3 fives are 15. So what is our answer now? It is 1 by 1 here only, right? So multiplying by 1 does not make any difference. 8 ones are 8 minus as it is, and in the denominator 5 ones are 5. So this is our final answer, students. So I hope you have understood all the examples. I have explained all the 12 examples in detail. Okay. So now I am going to continue with the exercise number 2. Okay, so here is exercise number, exercise number 3. First, what we will do, we will first solve all the examples which are not word problems, we will solve at the end. First, we will just solve the equations which are already given, okay? And then when you are confident with the solving the equations, we can easily, very easily solve word problems also, okay? What is different in that? The only difference is that, first of all, you have to form the equation like this. And if you are able to form the equation, and now if you are already know how to solve it, then it's very easy to solve the word problems, correct? So first we'll try to solve all the simple examples, simple equations. So first question now again, what is the difference between the earlier exercise and this exercise is that, in the earlier exercise, the variable was at only one place. Either it was in the LHS or in the RHS. That was the only difference. Here you can see in most of the examples, or maybe all the examples, variable is on both the side. So 5x, 3x, 3x, 2x. That is the only difference. Funda remains same. What is the funda? Take the variables on the one side and constant on the other side. That's it. So I cannot add 2x and 18. It cannot become 20x, right? So take that 2x to the other side. As it was plus here, it became minus, and 18 remains as it is. 3x minus 2x is nothing but 1x, that is x. So you got the answer, x equal to 18. So simple question, right? So we move on to second question. 5t minus 3 equal to 3t minus 5. Now what we do? I am taking this 3t to the other side. 5t remains as it is. This plus 3t became minus 3t. This minus 5 remains as it is, minus 3 became plus 3, now it is minus 2. Different signs, subtract. Give sign of bigger number to the answer. 5t minus 3t is 2t. Now between 2 and t there is multiplication, so multiply by 2 becomes divide, and plus minus becomes minus. I am dividing 2 by 2, 2 by 2 is 1. So this is our answer. So I hope you have understood both the examples. So now we move on to solving the next one. Okay, question number 3. All the examples are very similar. No? Only difference is the numbers. 5x plus 9 equal to 5 plus 3x. Once we understand the logic, no, we are very easily able to solve the examples if we know our basics are, if the basics are good. Now 3x I am taking to the side of 5x, its sign is going to change. It was plus 3x here, it's becoming minus. This plus 5 will remain as it is. Plus 9 going to the other side will become minus. Now the signs are different. So I subtract, give sign of bigger number. Here 5x minus 3x will be 2x. Now there is multiplication. Multiply will become divide. Now plus minus is minus, and it will be then 2. Right? 2 2s are 4. So now we move on to solve the question number 4. 4z plus 3 equal to 6 plus 2z. Now I'm taking this z on the one side, 4z will remain as it is, 2z get sign changed, plus 2 became minus, 6 as it is, plus 3 became minus. So 2z is equal to 3. Now there is multiplication between 2 and z. So when 2 comes to the other side, multiply becomes divide. So z is equal to 3 by 2. So now we move on to the next question. We have already solved 4 questions now. So we'll be solving the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4 we have already covered. Question number 5. Is there any difference between the question 1 to 4 and the question 5? No. Only difference is of the signs and the numbers. So x goes to the this side, left side, minus x becomes plus x, 14 remains as it is, minus 1 goes to the other side, it becomes plus 15, 2x plus 1x is 3x, there is multiplication between 3 and x, multiply by 3 becomes divide and we get the answer as x equal to 5. Very easy question. Now we are going to solve question number 6. So 8x, now there is just a little difference, okay? 8x plus 4 equal to 3 bracket x minus 1 plus 7. Now what is there in between this bracket and 3? There is nothing, that means there is multiplication. You have to remember this, okay? Now what you do? I am keeping this 8x plus 4 as it is. I have to multiply this whole bracket by 3. So 3 into x is nothing but 3x. Then the sign minus, then again 3 into 1 is 3 plus 7 as it is. Now what students make the mistake here is they multiply 3 into x, they write 3x, then they write 1 as it is. They don't multiply that 3 with 1 also. You have to multiply with all the terms in the bracket. Okay. Now first I am going to solve this like terms here on the right hand side. 8x plus 4 is equal to 3x. Don't make it 10. Okay. Because 3 is minus, 7 is plus. Different sign, subtract, give sign of bigger number to the answer. Now take the variables on the one side, constant on the other side. 8x as it is plus 3x becomes a minus 3x. This 4 will remain as it is, plus 4 became minus. So this is 5x is equal to 0. Now to find the value of x, my 5 is going to go to the other side. Multiply will become divide, but 0 multiply or divide by anything is nothing but 0. So I hope you are getting all the questions. So now we are moving on to the next question. We have already solved question 6, question number 7 now. So x is equal to 4 by 5 into bracket x plus 10. Now see, there is nothing, that means there is multiplication between this bracket and 4. What is there in the denominator for the bracket? There is nothing, that means 1. So what you do, you multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, that's it. So x remains as it is. 4 times of x is 4x. You have to multiply the whole bracket. Remember, 4 into x is 4x plus 4 into 10 is 40. And what is in the denominator? 5 into 1 is 5. Now, as this 5 is dividing the whole term here, it is whole divided, right? So I can take this 5 here. If, for example, consider if it is like this, okay, if it is like this, then we cannot take this 5 to the other side because it is not dividing this whole number, it is dividing only 4x. So you cannot take this 5 to the other side and make it multiply. This is completely wrong. If it is dividing whole all the terms, then only you can take that 5 to the other side. Okay, remember this. Now, so I am taking that 5 to the other side, so it is going to become multiply, divide will become multiply, 5 into x is 5x is equal to 4x plus 40. Now it's a very simple question, I am taking this 4x to this side, plus 4x becomes minus 4x, 40 remains as it is, 5x minus 4x is 1x, x equal to 1x means x, so x equal to 40. We got the answer, question number 7 is done. So now we move on to question number 8, students. See, for these kind of examples, no, where you have denominator, many students make mistake. So I am going to tell you a very easy method for this kind of examples. Because there is denominator, then you cross multiply, and some students make mistake in some any step. Some step they make mistake, and the whole we don't get any mark. So it would have been much easier, no, if there was no denominator, correct? So we are going to do that only. We are just going to take off all the denominators from the question. But we can't do the jadoo, no? It cannot be a magic. It is a maths. So there must be some reason. There must be some logic. So what we are going to do, what are the numbers in the denominator here? It's 3 and 15. So I am going to find a number which is the LCM of 3 and 15. That means least common multiple, means it is a number which comes in the table of 3 and 15 first time. That means it is the first number which comes in the table of both 3 and 15. So if you write both the numbers, no, 3 and 15, if you write both the numbers, you will see that 15 is that first number which comes in the table of both, because in 15 comes in the table of 3 only. So 15 is the LCM. For example, if I want to find the LCM of 2 and 8, it is going to be 8 only, because 8 comes in the table of 2. If I want to find the LCM of 4 and 8, it is going to be 8 only. Okay, so LCM. Now if the numbers were different, then what to do? If for example one number was 4 and other was 15, now again just you can just write the table and we will get the number. Okay, so I am going to write the table here. Now I have written the complete table, but as you can see, you cannot find any number which is common, right? So then now what to do? I have to increase this table. Okay, I have to add just 4, correct? So if I can add the 4, see, I got the number 60. This is one method which I don't think you have learnt anywhere in the school, right? But there is one more method which you have learnt in the school. I will tell that also. 4 and 15, if you want to find the LCM, what you do? First, I will tell, okay, I will tell this only. So you divide by, start with the smallest prime number, okay? If 2 can divide any one of the number, okay, any one, then divide by 2. If 2 does not divide any one, then check with 3. Okay, so now as 2 can divide 4, I am starting with 2. 2 2s are 4, I cannot divide 15, so I am writing 15 as it is. I am not dividing it by 2. Now again I can divide by 2 because I can divide 2 by 2. So I am dividing 2 by 2. My answer will be 1. I cannot divide 15, so I have written as it is. We have to just always remember to divide by prime numbers only. Okay, now what are prime numbers again? Prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by only that number and 1. For example, see 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, right? These numbers you won't find in any other table other than their table and 1. 1 divides every number, correct? So prime numbers are these numbers which are divisible by only that number and 1. So always divide by prime number. So I'm dividing by 3, my answer will be 5, and when I divide by 5 to 5, my answer will be 1. So this is our LCM if you multiply. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 5s are 60. We had also found the same answer using the table, right? If I had written the table, that time also the answer was 60. Now in this question, 3 and 15, my LCM is 15, right? So LCM of 3 and 15 is 15. So now what I am going to do, I am going to multiply by 15, whole equation, okay? See, 2x by 3 multiplied by 15 plus 1 multiplied by 15 is equal to 7x by 15 multiplied by 15 plus 3 multiplied by 15. So I have multiplied by 15 to all the terms. Okay, so now what will the solution be? 3 ones are 3, 3 5s are 15, 15 15 here gets cancelled. Now what remains is 2x into 5 here, right? So 2x into 5 is 10x plus 15 ones are 15 is equal to 7x as it is and 15 3s are 45. Now isn't this very easy to solve? So this is the only step which you need to understand. If the denominator is 3 only, both. Okay, here it was 3 and here it was 15. If it was 3 only, then you just have to multiply by 3 and the denominator will get cancelled, and then this type of question is ready for you to solve. If the denominators are different, find a number which is in their table, which comes first in their table, that is the LCM, and multiply by that LCM, and your denominator will get cancelled again. Okay, but don't forget to give this bracket here where I have given the bracket, no, 2x by 3, 7x by 15, give bracket here. Why I am telling you to give bracket here? Because if it was like this, okay, and if I multiply it like this, if it was like this, 3 ones are 3 fives are, okay, and if I write it like this, then the meaning is totally different. If I don't give the bracket, that means I have to just multiply 1 by 5, so it will be x plus 5, which is totally wrong. But if I give bracket here, that means you have to multiply x also by 5 and 1 also by 5, which is correct. It will be 5x plus 5. Okay, so that's why just to have the practice, keep giving brackets. Now, it's very easy. I don't need to tell you what to do now. 10x minus 7x plus 7x became minus 45 as it is, plus 15 became minus. So 3x is equal to 30, and multiply by 3 will become divide, and 30 by 3 our answer will be 10. So students, I hope you have understood this question. I will tell you few more questions with the same method, so that just no, they will get you will be comfortable while solving with this method also. Now I have done question 7, question 8 also. I am telling question 9 now. I am going to use the same method. 2y plus 5 by 3 equal to 26 by 3 minus y. Now the denominator is same. So just multiply by that denominator 3. 2y into 3 plus 5 by 3 into 3 equal to 26 by 3 into 3 minus y into 3. So see, this 3 gets cancelled here, here also. So 2y into 3 is 6y plus 5. 26 remains as it is, and this is 3 into y is 3y. See, no cross multiplication, nothing doing. Simple question. So take this 3y to the other side now. 6y minus 3y becomes plus 3y. 26 as it is plus 5 becomes minus 5. So it is 9y equal to 21, and y will be 21 by 9. Make it the simplest form. Divide both by 3. 3 sevens are 3 threes are. So students, this is our final answer for question number 9. Now we move on to the last question of our exercise 2.3. So question number 10 now. 3m is equal to 5m minus 8 by 5. Again, only one number is there in the denominator, but it makes me nervous. So I am going to multiply by 5 and just remove that also. I don't want any denominator here. So 3m into 5 is equal to 5m into 5. Okay. Let me write that again. 5 into 5 minus 8 by 5 multiplied by 5. So 5 gets cancelled. 3m into 5 is nothing but 15m. 5m into 5 is 25m minus 8. Now, very easy to solve. I am taking this on other side. So 15m as it is plus 25 became minus 25m minus 8 as it is. So this is minus 10m minus 8. There is multiplication between minus 10 and m. Multiply will become divide. Minus minus will become plus. And I am dividing both by 2. Right? I am dividing both by 2. 2 4s are 8. 2 5s are 10. Minus minus became plus. So this is our final answer, students. I hope you have understood all the examples of both the exercises. Okay. So students, if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. You can also share the channel with your friends. And if you really like the video, please you can go to the comment box and you can make your comments there. I would like to reply to all your comments. And if you want to know different type of questions from me from different book or any other question, you can just go to the comment box and write it there. I will try to explain that question to you in the next video. Okay, students. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.